Gestalt psychology was the forefront of the cognitive psychology. It serves as the foundation of the cognitive perspective to learning. It opposed the external and mechanistic focus of behaviorism. It considered the mental processes and products of perception. Objectives. In this lesson, challenge yourself to attain the following learning's objectives. Objective. Describe the different Gestalt principles. These ways of applying Gestalt psychology in the teaching-learning process. Demonstrate appreciation of the usefulness of Gestalt principles in the teaching-learning process. Guys, anong nakikita niyo sa picture, sa larawan? Ang nakikita ako, duck. Pero ang nakalagay, rabbit. Pero kung tititigan mo siya ng mabuti, ang makikita mo, rabbit nga. Kasi ito, ang mata niya. Ito yung, yung tenga. Tapos ito yung ulo niya, rabbit. Pag dito ka titingin sa, dito sa side na to, makikita mong rabbit. Pero pag dito ka naman tumingin, duck. Next. Eto, anong nakikita mo? No. What words can you see? Teach you? Or, kasi ang nakikita ko, teach me. Pero dito, you kasi parang Y to, tas ito, O-U. Pero pag binasa niyo siya sa M, tapos sunod E, teach me. Teach me. Ayan. Next tayo. Ito. Ano nakikita niyo dito? Pag binasa niyo siya, good. Good kasi G-O-O-D. Pero pag inano mo siya, evil. Pag dun sa iba makikita nyo, para siyang evil. Pero pag binasa nyo siyang patagilid ba yun? Good. Nababasa ko kasi good. Pero pag nilapitan nyo siyang ganyan, ang mababasa nyo, evil. Yan, evil. Tapos dumako na tayo sa wait lang.
Advanced Organizer. Gilster. Psychology. Gilster Principle. Law of Proximity. Law of Closure. Law of Good Continuation. Law of Good Pregnancy. Law of Figure Ground. Insight Learning. Life Space. Lewin. Inner Forces. Outer Forces. Explain. Gilster prayer was the initial connective response to behaviorism and emphasize the importance of sensor rules and the dynamic nature of visual perception. The term Gestalt means form or comprehension. Psychologist Max Watem, Wolfgang Kohler, and Kurt Kupka study perception. The considered the perceiver or learning are not passive but active. They suggested that learning do not just collect information as is, but they actively process and restructure data in order to understand it. Is it the perceptual process centering factor impact on the perceptual process. Factors like past experience, need, attitude, and one's present situation can affect their perception.
Dumako naman tayo kay Gestalt Principles. Law of Proximity. Law of proximity, elements that are closer together will be perceived as a coherent object. So, dito po sa proximity, ang mga elemento o bagay na mas malapit sa isa't isa ay isipin natin ito ay isang magkakaugnay na bagay. On the left, there appears to be 3 columns, while on the right, there appears to be 3 horizontal rows. Kung makikita nyo po sa larawan, sa bahaging kaliwa ay makikita nating may 3 kolom, samantala namang pong sa kanan ay mayroong 3 pahalang na hanay. When the objects are perceiving are near each other, we perceive them as belonging together. So kapag daw po ang mga bagay na ating nakikita na malapit sa isa't isa ay isipin nating kabilang sila sa isa't isa or grupo. Law of similarity. Elements that look similar will be perceived as a part of some form. There seems to be white and the black circle. We link similar elements together. So, dito po sa similarity, ito ay mga elemento na pinagsama-sama batay sa kanilang mga pagkakapareho tulad ng anyo o kulay. Kung sila ay ilang bagay na mayroong mga karaniwang katangian, ang similarity naman po ay nakikita bilang bahagi ng parehong grupo. Kung makikita nyo sa larawan, may mga dark na dots, nagpo-form sila ng letter or grupo. Law of closure. We tend to fill the gaps to close the figures we perceive. Enclose a space by completing a contour and ignoring gaps in the figure. So, dito po sa law of closure, may pagkakataong hindi nating makita ng buo o hindi kumpletong hugis na may pagkakataong makumpleto ito sa ating isipan. Law of good continuation. Individual have tendency to continue contours whenever elements of the pattern establish an applied direction. People tend to draw a good continuation line. Ang continuation daw po ay nagmumungkahi na ang mga elemento ng nakaayos sa isang pagkasunod-sunod ay makikita bilang isang identidad o pattern. Kapag ang mga linya naman po ay nagsasalubong, kadalasang ito ay tinutukoy bilang natatanging bagay sa halip na mga random segment. Law of good pregnance. The stimulus will be organized into as good a figure as possible. In this example, good refers to symmetry, simplicity, and regularity. The figure is perceived as a square overlapping a triangle, not a combination of several complicated shapes. Based on our experience, their perception, we expect certain patterns and therefore perceive that expected pattern. So, dito po sa law of good pregnance, ang halimbawa nito sa figure, makikita or mapapansin natin bilang isang parisukat or square na nakalapat sa isang tatsulok or triangle, hindi bilang isang pinagsamang komplikadong mga hugis. Law of figure ground. We tend to pay attention to perceive things in the foreground first. A stimulus will be perceived as separate from its ground. Law of figure ground. We tend to pay attention and perceive things in the foreground first. So, dito po, nagpapahiwatig na mas pinapansin at naisa sa isip natin ang mga bagay na unahan or foreground bago ang nasa likuran or yung sa background. Stimulus will be perceived as separate from its ground. So, sa madaling salita daw po, ang law of figure ground, mas inuuna natin ang mga elemento na mas maliwanag o mas kapansin-pansin kumpara sa kanilang kapaligiran. So, sa madaling salita, ang Gestalt Principles ay ang proximity, objects, close to one another are grouped together. Similarity, objects that are similar to one another are grouped together. Closure, seeing an image and missing parts and revealing them to a complete image in our head. Continuation, people perceive continuously flowing and smooth line even with interruption. Figure, ground, perceiving image into a figure or object, and ground or a background.
Extend by applying. Identify the Gestalt principle applied in each of the following learning activities. Discuss your answer with a learning partner. Number 1. The teacher relates a new topics with some things the student already knows. Number 2. Topic which commonalities are taught next to each other. Number 3. The most important word in the paragraph are written in the bolder font. Number 4. The teacher shows Dan. He prays and varies her tone of voice to emphasize the point. Number 5. Teachers remind children to keep their number in straight columns when doing a math operation.
Information Processing Theory by Miller. In this lesson, challenge yourself to attain the following learning objective. First is, describe the processes involved in acquiring, storing, and retrieving knowledge. Second is, cite education implication of the theory on information processing. Introduction. Information processing is a cognitive theoretical framework that focuses on how knowledge enters and is stored in retrieved from our memory. It is one of the most significant cognitive theories in the last century, and it has strong implication on the teaching process. What is information processing? So, information processing is a way to understand how our brain works when we learn new things. It's look at how we take in information, stored it in our memory, and later retrieve it when we need it. Think of it like a computer. Just a computer processes data. Our brain processes information. As you can see, the framework we are discussing here is known as the Advanced Organizer, which plays a crucial role in the realm of information processing theory. This theory is pivotal for understanding how individuals acquire knowledge and retain information effectively. Within this framework, there are three fundamental concepts that serve as the backbone of the Advanced Organizer. These are the types of knowledge, the stage of information processing, and the executive control processes that guide and regulate cognitive activities. Cognitive psychologists assert that our thinking processes significantly impact what we learn, focusing on how we receive, interpret, store, and retrieve information. This understanding is encapsulated in information processing theory, or IPT, which outlines how learners take in stimuli from their environment through their senses. The journey of this information involves passing through stages like the sensory register, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Additionally, various factors influence whether we can effectively recall this information when needed.
Good day everyone. Today, I explain the two important concepts, the type of knowledge and the memory model system. So, let's start with the type of knowledge. General versus specific knowledge. The general knowledge, this is knowledge that is useful in many tasks or situations. For example, knowing basics math, which can be applied in shopping, budgeting, and more. Specific knowledge. This is knowledge that applies to only one specific task. For example, knowing how to solve a specific software error. Let's proceed the declarative knowledge. The declarative knowledge, this refers to factual knowledge, things you can state or describe. For example, knowing that the earth revolves around the sun. It is like associating facts with an image or idea. So let's proceed the procedural knowledge. The procedural knowledge, this is knowing how to do things. For example, knowing how to ride a bike or bake a cake. So let's proceed the episodic knowledge. The episodic knowledge, this includes personal memories of life events. For example, your high school graduation or your first family trip. So let's proceed the last of type of knowledge, the conditional knowledge. The conditional knowledge, this is about knowing when and why to use declarative or procedural knowledge. For example, knowing when to use multiplication or addition when solving a word problem. Now, let's move to the memory model system. This explains how we process and store information. Now, let's proceed the first one of memory model system, the sensory memory. This is where we first experience information through our sense, like sight, sound, touch, and etc. It is lasts only for a very short time, like a few seconds, and if we don't pay attention, it decay or disappear. So let's proceed the short-term memory. This is where we temporarily store information for a few minutes. For example, remembering a phone number before dialing it. If we don't actively work on this information, it may be forgotten. And let's proceed the last part, long-term memory. This is where we store information permanently. For example, remembering your childhood address or how to ride a bike. The challenge here is retrieval or accessing the information when we need it.
Forgetting. Sa forgetting daw po ay, ang pagkalimot ay ang pagkawala ng kakayahan na ma-retrieve o ma-access ang mga impormasyon kapag ito ay kinakailangan. Sa forgetting daw po ay may dalawang pangunahing pamaraan kung paano nagaganap ang isang pagkalimot. We have decay. So, dito daw po sa decay ay ang pagkabulok. Ito daw po ay nangyayari kapag ang isang informasyon ay hindi binibigyang pansin at sa paglipas ng panahon ito ay unti-unti nang nawawala o mahirap ng alalahanin. Ito daw po ay karaniwang nangyayari sa working memory kung saan ang informasyon ay pangsamantala lamang at madaling mawala kung hindi ito patuloy na pinapalaganap o madalas gamitin. Sunod naman po ay ang interference. So, sa interference daw po ay ito daw po ay nagaganap kapag ang bagong informasyon o kahit ang lumang informasyon ay humaharang sa pag-access ng tiyak na informasyon. Sa interference daw po ay may dalawang uri. Ito daw po ay ang proactive interference. Sa proactive interference po ay ito daw po ay ang lumang informasyon na nakakaapekto sa kakayahan na matutunan o maalaala ang mga bagong informasyon. Sunod naman po ay ang retroactive influence. So, sinasabi daw po dito na ang bagong informasyon ay nakakaapekto sa kakayahan na maalaala ang lumang informasyon. Evaluate. Una, describe and process. Evaluate in acquiring, storm, and retrieving knowledge. Sunod po ay cite educational implication of the theorem on information processing.